moon sign and where do you have Cancer in your astrological chart. All the information you're looking for is in the description box down below. And thank you so much for supporting Sikiksyd. Happy birthday, Cancer. If you're looking for a personal reading, information is linked down below in the description box. Next to the butterfly, that link will take you straight to my shop where you can find all of my services, as well as reviews for those that have already purchased these services and how it has impacted them as individuals. All right. What is the energy that Cancer is learning to embody in each lifetime? What is the energy that Cancer is learning to embody in each lifetime? What is the energy that Cancer is learning to embody in each lifetime? What is the energy that Cancer is learning to embody? All right. Nina Simone. What you are learning in each lifetime is that if you're looking for a solution, you're not going to find a solution in the same system that has made you sick. So say this is talking about patterns that you have. You're not going to find the solutions to break those patterns in the same systems that influence those particular patterns. You're not going to find the solution in that, right? That's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So if you want a different result, it's time to start telling a different story, right? When love, which is the highest vibration of all, when love is no longer what is being offered on the table, then there is nothing to eat from that table. When love is what is no longer being offered, is no longer being offered on that table, then it's not something to eat from, right? And this can be in any aspect in your life. Say it's about, you do a job that you absolutely hate. When it's no longer centered in you loving that job, then it's not a job that you need to be doing. Do what you love and love what you do, and you'll never work a day in your life, right? Say it's a relationship. When love is no longer what is being offered in that relationship, then there's nothing for it to offer you of substance, right? And what happens to the body when it no longer eats? It goes into starvation, it goes into a sense of survival and starts eating at itself, right? And that's the same thing in any portion of your life. When love is what is no longer being offered. You may have been also saying the synchronicities 444 a lot, all right? But the most beautiful thing that you can do is speak truth to power. That's the most beautiful thing that you can do in each lifetime, is be honest with yourself, be honest with others, and therefore there is a sense of freedom with all these birds, right? There's a sense of freedom and purity and innocence from that truth. And it's none of your business what another person's opinion of you is. Because at the end of the day, the only person whose real opinion of you matters is your opinion of yourself. You're going to have people that come in and out of your life and fly around. The only person whose opinion actually matters is you. Because when those people are no longer there, when those people, places, things are no longer there to give you a sense of validation, your validation is what you'll realize is what comes from you. It doesn't come from the outside world. Okay? That's what you're learning in every lifetime. It's a new day. That song by her, It's a New Day, right? It's a new day. It's a new day. Yes, it's a new day. And you're feeling good. There's a sense of freedom in knowing that. It's a new day. Every day is a new day. What's hidden from you in your love life, Cancer, is the subconscious. Is a sense of, water, right? The ocean, the water. Of course, it represents being cleansed, but this is also acknowledging how you feel. See, we don't know what is in the rest of the 90% of that ocean. We only know about 10% of the ocean, right? It can go as deep as our human minds can't even imagine. The kingdom of God has not reached the imagination of man, right? It hasn't reached the imagination of particular individuals' minds. But what you're tapping into that's hidden in your love life, Cancer, is how you truly feel and why you feel that way. This can be about yourself. When we're talking about water, we're also talking about ether, right? It's as above, so below. I see the dolphins, which represents a sense of intelligence, emotional intelligence of the way that you process that emotion. The dolphins also represent bisexuality because you have sex with both men and women. What's hidden from you in your love life is your awareness from where those emotions stem from, right? In your love life, whether you're single or in a relationship. But when you're able to acknowledge this, right, it's almost like it opens up you to hidden parts of the ocean. It opens you up to hidden parts of yourself. We as humans are made mostly of water and blood, which is why we're highly impacted by the moon and by Mars. And you can also say, technically speaking, Pluto. But what it's saying is what's hidden in your love life is untapped emotion. And when this is tapped into, you're going to see a spread. You're going to see a spread in your career. You're going to see a spread in your love life. You're going to see a spread in the connection and the self-love that you have with yourself. But there is so much more emotion to be explored that I feel like you only tap the surface. Because yes, you're in your subconscious, right? And when you're more aware of why you do what you do, then you're able to do something different, right? But now this is also tapping into what is unknown, right? What is unknown. It's quite beautiful, actually. What are we going to be using for you today? I want to use this one. Something is being said. Something is being said or communicated. Someone could be saying something to you, Cancer. I feel like you're receiving some type of message. What's the future for Cancer, please? I see that by you looking at these emotions, it's actually very healing. What is the future for Cancer? Judgment. Yeah. What is the future for Cancer? Okay. 6 of Swords and one more. Wow, that's your reading. Bottom of the deck, you have Gemini, the Lovers. Okay. You have the Ten of Wands, Sagittarius and Saturn, the King of Pentacles, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Judgment, Libra, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn. 6 of Swords, Mercury and Aquarius. 5 of Swords, Venus and Aquarius, and the Hierophant, Taurus. Hidden energy is the Lovers, Gemini. All right. So, okay. You know what's funny? On her back is all these like straws, right? I feel like what you're identifying is where has this can be a lot of responsibilities, a lot of tasks and things that you have to get done. True, you may have been seeing 1111 a lot as well, but this can also represent, if you're looking at the fluidity that's around her, it's almost like acknowledging the past baggage that you have carried that has sucked away at the emotions, at those untapped emotions, right? Because it's a straw, and it's almost like the air balloon around it is setting you free. The mentality is like changing your mentality is setting you free into stability, into relationship. King of Pentacles is a business owner. This could be middle management. This could be someone who is, I mean, I'm seeing that there is like the snake wrapped around, sort of like wrapped around him. It's actually very phallic as well. Although Earth is typically seen as a very feminine energy, it's also considered the most demonic of the signs. So what I'm seeing is being extremely grounded and being King Midas. Everything that you touch turns to gold with the King of Pentacles. Okay? This is also symbolizing, if you're in a relationship, there's a sense of practicality coming in, that it could be like, say you are in a job, right, where you have a lot of work that you have to get done. And being able to see how that has maybe stemmed more so from the need of stability rather than a sense of enjoyment. It's saying do what you love and love what you do. And you'll never work a day in your life. I almost feel like a lot of you guys could have been in a situation where it's like coming up in your future, you have a lot of work to do. And that work is also work where maybe you're doing most of the work, right? Acknowledging of what has been sucking at you emotionally. The King of Pentacles can work, like some of you guys work in philosophy, psychology. You may even work in the government, the military, even or the police force. You may also have felt like a relationship is very burdensome. Okay? The King of Pentacles works in books. He could be an author, a writer, a poet. He can be someone who works in sports. This could be a sports reporter. This can be somebody who works in the esoteric, the occult, magic, finances, taxes, loans, assets, other people's money. Okay, professional gambler. This can be somebody who works in money, banking even, health. This could be a doctor. This could be someone in the military. This could be a police officer, a sheriff of some kind. But what I'm seeing is you coming into a place of a lot of stability within yourself and you knowing your value and self-worth. Okay, it's also very much so connected to Kundalini. So in order for you to have gotten to this point, you would have had to have connected to the feminine and masculine energy within yourself in order to create this financial stability. And if you're in a relationship, I feel like you're very faithful in that relationship with the King of Pentacles. Now with Judgment, Libra, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, and the Six of Swords, this almost makes me feel like if you're in a relationship, you guys are having this realization to give it one more go, believing that you'll birth something new. It's like you're listening to the awakening to have a fresh start and a new beginning. And if you're single, then I feel like you're focused on your work, you're focused on your stability, you're focused on taking good care of yourself. And that energy actually attracts in somebody who's looking for a relationship, rather they're a man or a woman. Now, with Judgment, this is also saying if you're single, then you're having a new beginning, almost like you're reborn. The sperm is moving towards the head, which has its eyes closed. And it's almost like the woman's breast, right? And then with the mask, I feel like you're stemming not more so towards who you want to be, and instead stemming into more so of who you are. Okay, and that is the awakening. That's how you're listening to your spirit guides here with the Six of Swords. Some of you are in long-distance relationships. Others of you are connecting or communicating to someone in another country, another state. But I'm seeing there be sort of like you have this fresh beginning and awakening of your sense of authenticity with all the mask. But with the sperm heading towards the head of the unseen, is realizing that due to this rebirth, you don't know who you're going to be on the other side on some level. And that's okay, because you're being guided towards that with luck, with serendipity, with a sense of fate. This is actually leading to the same feeling of an orgasm. Literally. Where it's almost like you're anew. You're independent. Outside of another individual, outside of the belief that you need another individual to feel as if you are somebody or someone. It's like you're sort of just, it's like your spirit guides have been telling you to move forward, washed anew. So if you were in a relationship, right, and you were like, okay, I want to let it go. You're like, I'm going to give it one more shot in the relationship, where we completely release what it is that we were holding on to for so long, right? That was getting in the way of us connecting. And if you're single, then it would be that you have gotten rid of the baggage and the energy that you were carrying from the past, and now it's a new day. With the Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius, and you have the Hierophant, someone's going to do something out of revenge with the Five of Swords in reverse. This can also be an arrest that escalates in violence. This is a huge sacrifice. The huge sacrifice that had to be made was responsibilities, most likely. Karmic responsibilities, like responsibilities maybe to people, places, and things. Also, like, would be group. Aquarius would be group. So this could be the military. This could be the police force. There's a sacrifice being made for love. Okay, there's some type of sacrifice being made. And this can be when you sever ties with people, places, and things, connections, right? Coming into clarity about a rape, a murder, a crime, a divorce, or a breakup. Coming into more clarity about that, and then raising into your higher consciousness. Because even when you see this, it's like everybody's sort of buried. But in reverse, it's like people are... it's like being released from what was not seen. The sacrifice to being able to touch into that emotion and stability is about being okay with being seen for who you are, rather than who you're trying to be. And with the Hierophant, if you own a spiritual business, it is widely known, very popular, and it is highly successful, okay? This can be reaching overseas. This can be reaching other countries as well. I feel like you're going to have a lot of clients coming in as well, okay? Just a lot of clients. And I'm also seeing that there is a different way that you are processing the messages from spirit. It's like very galactic. If you're seeing there's people watching the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant does represent if you are in a relationship, you guys do the same thing. Okay, you would be, say you're a priest, well, you're dealing with somebody who's maybe like your high priestess. Or like you guys would be doing the same type of mission in some way, romantically speaking. And this can be someone that is coming into your life, someone who's already in your life. This is also representing if you're single, this is how you are seeing. People are looking towards you for what the priest gives, which is the secret knowledge from a higher sense of power. Okay? This is, you know, someone who studies in spirituality. This could be like a bishop, a shaman, a priest. By you coming to this reading, you are consulting somebody who is a shaman. You are consulting someone who studies in the religious, esoteric, and occult knowledge. Okay? So this is also saying following your higher power and sense of self allows you to touch the heavens, touch the cosmos. The people are looking up here. It's almost like you see the mouths. The mouths are what is speaking the truth. Whatever is being said from this person is something that is worth, it's Taurus, it's worth listening to. Because it contributes to you realizing your own sense of self-worth and self-value outside of relying on another person. You realizing that that higher power you've been looking for has been within you the entire time. This could also be marriage. You could be married, okay? I feel like you guys could be traveling somewhere together as well. But this is coming, like, if you're trying to move on from something, it's stemming from you acknowledging the baggage and the responsibilities that have been getting in the way of there being true responsibility. You feeling like I have to do a lot in order to receive a lot, when the truth is you just need to be yourself. You just need to be yourself. All right, let's look at the future of Cancer's love life. The Lovers would symbolize that you guys can have like a mom and pop shop, right? You work with your wife or you work with your husband. You guys have a business together. It's very successful, right? What I'm seeing is like, yeah, there could be, if this is a relationship, there could also be, what's that called? There's like poor sexual performance. Like someone's not getting aroused. Someone's having difficulty performing in the bedroom. Okay? And if you're single, then that would mean you've been preserving your body for the right relationship. Like you haven't been having sex. If you are in a relationship, then there is erectile dysfunction. There we go. The person could be in perfect condition, but there's like a erectile dysfunction. There's difficulty performing in the bedroom. Okay? You could be dealing with a Pisces or have that in your chart somewhere. It's also very competitive between you two. Especially if you're dealing with a Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Because I see the Knight of Swords here. Right? You could be dealing with someone where it's really competitive in the relationship about who's got a better career, who has more money, who's doing more this, who's doing more that. Right? And that's actually low vibrational. There's also a need to learn how to communicate differently. There could be fast communication, but there's a need to learn how to communicate differently. Now, if someone in this marriage or this relationship passes away, the other person will not remarry. Okay? Gemini. They're not going to remarry. This is also saying if you're in a relationship, you feel like you guys can't live without each other. All right? I see the star here, which is Aquarius. So some of you are light workers, astrologers, celebrities, well-known. The star also represents realizing that your stream of consciousness plays a much bigger part in what you create and what you manifest, all right? I do feel like if you have been preserving your body, taking care of your body, been abstinent, right? This is something that has actually been helping you on your journey and on your mission. This is also saying you guys are trying to heal from an extremely tumultuous time in your relationship. Although you may not tell people, you may not let the world know this because this would represent it's very public. Okay, what I'm also seeing is this could be LGBTQ community. I see the rainbow shooting out, so this could be same sex for some of you. All right, if you're single, someone sees you. They see you online. They see you in the spotlight. They see you, though. Even if you feel like nobody sees you, someone sees you, Cancer, okay? Now, the future of your love life is longing, okay? Longing. Now, longing can be a lot of different things. So this could even be talking about work, like longing for some sense of success or some sense of abundance. The abundance comes when you're just on mission and you're focusing on the real intention for why you're doing it, which is to help others. When you are on judgment, when you've awakened to the call, you listen to the call, you've allowed yourself to have this fresh slate, and you've listened to where real stability lies. Right? And yes, you've been practical. Yes, you've thought everything out. Now it's time to execute with the higher thought, with the higher sense of power. And that is actually very healing when it comes to love. You could be longing for different things that you want to manifest and create, because love comes in all ways, shapes, and sizes. This could be like family, right? Longing for a better connection in your family, or longing for your significant other if you're in a relationship. Okay, it doesn't feel, this is a very detached energy. It does not feel like it's longing for a person, okay? It feels more so like it's longing for what the freedom of love really actually represents, which is to be your individual self. The real love that is being sought is the love within oneself. It's not saying, oh, I want to explore the ocean. I'm trying to explore the ocean. No, I am the ocean, therefore I know the ocean. Does that make sense? It's like that. Allowing yourself to learn new things about yourself emotionally. What will be revealed to your soul is solitude. 42 breaking down into a 6. This is coming into the awareness of what love represents regarding the self-worth and the self-value that you have for yourself, and how that transmute into the relationships and connections that you have, or even in your love life. Solitude is really saying, like, you're okay with being alone. I've been saying this even on my own mission. It's sort of been like Naruto, where his mission wasn't about love. His mission wasn't even about trying to prove that he was the very best of something. It was more so to prove it to himself. And it took him being willing to learn something new, like from a sage or a teacher. It took him having to expand his belief systems and expand his belief about himself in order for him to truly realize who he was and step into that. And that it does take having to be alone. It doesn't mean you're lonely. It just does mean that it takes a sense of being alone in order to understand this about yourself, that you are not, it's not two people put into one. You're not half of a person or half of a thing. You are a complete individual, Cancer, and knowing your value in that process, right? Very beautiful energy. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. What does Spirit wish to tell Cancer? If you have a spiritual business of any shape, size, or kind, it's extremely abundant, very profitable. I feel like you have a lot of clients, and it's really well known to the public. Like it's like attracting attention. It's attracting attention. What does Spirit wish to tell Cancer? When you allow your active male aspect to lovingly kiss your passive female aspect, peace and harmony reign in your inner kingdom. That's why we don't read gender here. I don't know if you can even, let me see if you can see that. Can you see that, Cancer? Let me see. There it is. Haha. Huzzah! Beautiful. All right. It does take the duality. Number 6 can also, of course, it represents a sense of Venus energy. But seeing that 6 has actually technically came out 1, 2, 3 times out here for you, it's also symbolizing a sense of duality of the yin and the yang with the masculine and feminine energy. It doesn't matter if you love a woman and you're a woman. It doesn't matter if you're a man and you love a man, or you're a woman and you love a man, or you're a man and you love a woman. What matters is that you come into harmony with the yin and yang within yourself. That's what matters. This is very Virgo energy. In order for you to learn how to lead others, you first need to identify who you are, right? Come into balance with oneself. And as long as you're doing your mission in order to, 1, fulfill what it is that does make you happy, right? Like it's something you truly enjoy, and it doesn't take away the free will and discernment of others, and it does help. And that's all that matters. If you're able to provide a solution to another person's problem, then that's what truly does matter, to be honest, in order to help, the global collective. But that takes you helping yourself. This is also symbolizing the ending, because 17 breaks down into an 8 scorpionic energy, an ending. It would correlate into an ending, entering into the gateway and the portal of true transformation, which stems with you realizing just how much control you have over what it is that you wish to manifest. It takes you seeing, this is constitution, institution, foundation, church, service, right? It takes you sacrificing particular belief systems, right? In order for you to build something new, your own sense of tradition. It takes that awakening, that it's okay for it to be anew. It doesn't have to be what you've always done. This has been your reading, Cancer, and thank you so much for being here. Personal reading information is linked down below in the description box next to the butterfly. I say.